Hello and welcome to Tales from the Interface Live, my weekly show in which I share the progress on my comic, Tales from the Interface. My name is Emmanuel and I'm a comic book author, and I really like to share my art. So, without further delay, I'll just jump right into it. Today I'm working on some inking. So if you've been following a little bit, you know that comic is advancing quite well. I was working on page 12 last week, if you want to check that out. And this week I'll be working on page 14, so stuff is going along very well. I'm almost done with this page too. So this is a kind of a first stage of inking. I'll do a first pass, and then I'll go again and add more detail. But this really anchors all the drawing at this stage, yeah, that's about it for that. I should be sharing my screen now, but it doesn't seem to. I think it is. Oh, it's paused. Okay. Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure that everybody can see. Yes. Okay. Good. Yeah. And make sure that I catch any comment. So as I go along, I'll comment on what I'm doing as best I can. If you have any feedback or question, please feel free to let me know, and I'll answer your questions. So a happy Thanksgiving to my fellow Canadians friend. It's kind of an unusual year, isn't it? So usually this weekend would be a time that I go, to visit my family and have a big meal all together. Obviously this year it's not something we can do, so that sucks a little bit. Hope you guys found ways to still keep in contact with your loved ones. We're trying our best. It's not easy. Especially older people might be a bit lonely. Being stuck at home all the time, it's not fun. But I am thankful for a lot of stuff in my life. To have a nice place to live, nice friends, beautiful family. Have to count myself lucky for that. Sometimes it's easy to forget. And I like to go out of the bound of the panel here. It just makes it better when you put it back in. The lines feel no more natural. Often when you don't see the complete drawing, your lines are not quite there. You get affected by the panel border. So it's good to make your drawing outside of the panel a little bit, at least a sketch layer or something. Just make sure that it makes sense. Pretty easy to oversee that. So this is going so well that I've been starting to work on, you know, at least not seriously, but at least thinking of how I'm gonna do my next campaign for this book. It requires a lot of thought and preparation, and this year, just this time, I'm not sure it's gonna be this year, but this time at least I kind of want to spend more time and really, you know, nail down my pitch and all that stuff. Just to make sure that I have the most compelling campaign possible. I think I don't know how easy it's gonna be because you know, it's not like a first book. I know it's the third. I'm always concerned that people will get tired of hearing me talk about my books. At the same time, I know that some people have been asking for it, so that feels good. And I'm pretty sure that it should be ready for spring. I mean, the inking is going well. You know, I have a little bit more time to work on it. So I think I should have something for spring. I don't know how the convention season will be this year though, if there is one at all. So I really love to go to the Montreal Comic Art Festival every summer, and this year I'm not sure that it's even gonna happen. I know TCAF has sent a letter saying that they're still looking into it. They don't know yet. But it's such a great way to meet new people, you know, and not everybody is online or like to be online, which I totally understand. So it's a great way to kind of meet and, you know, just to show your work to those people who are not necessarily big online. This panel is a little bit distracting. I'll just shut it down for now. So it's important as I go through this that I remember what are they doing. Sometimes I found out that the expression of my characters weren't quite there because I forgot what the action was. So what I'm trying to do these days is not necessarily exactly finish the sketch layer. So you see under here that the sketch is quite rough. So for some drawing in which I'm a little bit more confident, I'll just try to ink directly on it, which doesn't mean that it's a final drawing in any way, because as I said before, being digital allows you to be very flexible. So if I'm not happy with this drawing, I can always like you know, just redo it on top. You know, that's never a problem. So I've been trying to save time this way. Whenever I think that a drawing is too bad, I'll just redo it. So I think that looks fairly good. It's a funny mouth. Well, I do like to make outstanding characters. and I've been wondering how to do this because for my last Kickstarter, I had a tier that was a draw yourself in the comic. Me drawing yourself in the comic. So I'm gonna do it again this year, and I'm wondering always if I should leave one face blank or what. I don't know, but it doesn't take much time to do them, and so I'm kind of drawing every face for now. I'll see when I'm there, I guess. Some people really like this kind of tier, and I think it's a great way to help fund your comic. And it doesn't really affect me all that much because when I go into my crowdfunding, my book is already done, so it's really just maybe redoing a face based on the drawing of the person. So it's not a big deal. Let me just close the door here. Alright. Oh, Bonham liked my post, so thank you, Bonham. He's a very cool artist himself, and a backer of the comic, which I really appreciate. Thank you, man. So if you missed out on the campaign for my book, know that you can always get them on my website. So if you want to read the comic, most of it is available online. And the address should be in the comment. If it's not, let me know. I'll give you the link. So if you want to read the comic, you can go out there, and most of it is there. I do make some tweaks when I make the print version, so they are a little bit better. And personally, I much rather read a print comic, so that's my preferred way of reading. But if you want to just get a sense of what it is, then go there and you can read it. So the previous chapter is being published right now. It's live. It's, I think, on page 4 probably. Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure that my thing is set up properly. It's funny, like I'm reading other creators, how successful they are, and everybody wants to know the trick. And I've been really struggling to find any kind of trick. I really don't know what works. I found that I seem to have more reaction on a personal level through Facebook, just meeting people, and then eventually they start to be interested in what you do. The real trick is I find is going out of the scene, if you will. It's really difficult. So selling comics to other artists is great, but the best is really when you were able to sell comic to people who don't make comics. And that's really difficult, I find. There's not. I guess there must be some, because most people who read comic, they go through the main platform, right? They will read depending on if you know, they like what style of comic they like. They will go to the big names of these specific styles. But when you're an indie, it's a really hard sell. Tell them to give a chance to something they have no idea what it's about. Oh, this girl looked too much like my main character. I need to change her a little bit. And that's what I was saying earlier, where, you know, yes, I've inked it, but I can always change it. So I need to change her so she doesn't look too much like her. What I'm gonna do. Let me see. And that's kind of fun, actually. So let's see. Let's give her a eye patch. And I'm gonna use a sketching here because I kind of want to feel I need to do it. So a eye patch. Okay, and how about I shave the top of her head? So the head is like this. And I'm gonna see her head a little bit more. I'm gonna keep this. Maybe put some something to tie her hair here. She's gonna have a maybe a red kind of thing here. How about that? I'm gonna, yeah, that's kind of cool. So she's gonna have like kind of a few strands of hair and then shaven. And you can see her hair here, or ear, here, and then another one on the other side, showing out the back. So coming out like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'll give her a piercing here. Okay, that's cool. And just her body a little bit. Never forget that she's cut on part of her, so it's pointless to make too much. But what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I can give her a shoulder pad, maybe. With a great big skull on it. Or, you know what? Why not a mushroom? And then maybe a strap to hold that shoulder pad in place. With some pouches. A little Rob Liefeld thing here. We'll add some pouches. All right. And yeah, maybe make it a little bit more 3D, a bit better. Mushroom. Okay, now I'm done with that. Pretty much. I can add more detail afterwards. But I'll just lower opacity. New layer. Let's see. I don't remember. How do eye patch work again? Let me just Google that for a minute. Eye patch. Aren't we lucky? And here's another thing to be thankful for. Actually, my first thing wasn't too far off. So this is pretty much how it goes. So more, maybe more high. And then the other strand will go under the ear though. I guess there's many different ways to do it. Like snake. Yeah, that like kind of like that. This guy. I guess usually it comes out on the top of the eyebrow. Yeah, pretty much. And then on top of the ear, so okay. Let me see again. So it would be something like this. Something like this. Something like this. And then you can fill it quickly. Look. And then I give her a scar to justify that. It's something often forgotten. I mean, if you have an eye patch, you know, and it's because you're a kind of warrior, probably, you know, you're gonna have scar around there as well. I guess it depends how you lost your eye. But so the I have this one here. Going to be redrawn. little Easter egg for you guys. I'm gonna put in a little L on that pouch for Rob Liefeld. So pretty much this is something that's not seen, this part of it, but part of the pouch is seen here. This is all invisible stuff. This part is seen. Okay. Invisible. Okay, let me see if I remove the sketch. Just bring up the opacity a little bit. I'll remove this and just clean this up a bit. Oops. Cancel. I did merge visible instead of merge selected. Why it doesn't want us to do it though? It's weird. Let's see. Select those two, merge selected. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, maybe put some damage on the shirt. Okay. And I can probably move her a little bit, scoot her over, I bet, since I already drew her. Let's see. I have my other guy here, and I have some other people there. I did have Clara and Gauthier there that I kind of want to show. Although this guy on the right can move over a little bit. This is always going to be framed. Can move all that inside and see how it looks like. Yeah, just a little bit more space for Gauthier maybe. Just see him a little bit better. This girl, maybe I'll over a bit more, so it makes more sense if we can see her face. Or not. Maybe like this. I can adjust later. That's why I like to work in separate layers. Oh, thank you, Benoit, for the like. Very much appreciated. So I'm getting kind of good feedback from Facebook, as I think, was I saying that already? Compared to other places. So I'm not sure. I mean, it's really difficult. I mean, I've been trying to make any sense of Twitter. I can barely get any kind of interest there. I do talk to a lot of Transformers fans because this is something I enjoy as well, like talking to that community. But they're not interested in my comics, obviously, which is fine. So I've heard a lot about that, like try to reach in through a fandom that you are part of, but I haven't had much success with that. Unless I try making a ton of fan art, I could. It just, it's so hard to even find time to finish all that. It's so much work. So having to do a bunch of fan art as well, I guess it's part of the marketing, so I should see it that way. So this is good. I'm gonna start with here. I think it's the kind of the easiest thing to just put down. And I've been looking, I don't know, I've been struggling with those for some reason. I'm never comfortable with them. I'm not sure exactly how to draw them. I guess they're fine like that, but I'm not satisfied. So I've been looking at Andrew Loomis's book and maybe I'm gonna try to sketch some of those. Just to get back to the basic a little bit. I really like how he kind of simplified the lines, the structure of the head. So I'm probably gonna do a bit of study on that. I feel my drawing could improve a lot if I did. This time I won't draw his other eye, which is a mistake I've been doing. So used to drawing people with two eyes. And Gauthier obviously has lost his eye, so The hour is almost up already this time. It's flies by. It's pretty much like that all the time when I'm drawing. Pretty crazy stuff. Next thing I know, my back hurts like hell, and it's been 4 hours. Just a bit of coffee. Okay, another layer for Clara in the back being pissed off. She doesn't like that he's so obsessed with joining this company. And she's obviously the only one who's not looking at Holloway there. Bit too rough, that jaw. Make it a bit more gentle. I'm just gonna hide the woman in front for now. At least lower the opacity a lot. Just want to focus on that Clara's face makes sense. And this is a different scene, so one thing I'm gonna try and remember to do is make sure that she has an outstanding color or something, just to make sure that we know who she is. It's gonna get, with all these characters there, it's gonna get a little bit maybe hard to tell her apart from all the others. So especially since I find I have trouble to keep my characters looking exactly the same, and this is certainly a shortcoming on my part. But at least if I can make sure that she stands out, I think it will help. I always try to make the comics as best as possible, but you know, I think like all artists, I have a way and things to improve for sure. I do try to focus more on the emotion than being perfect with how the characters look. Not always look the same, and you know, and give them more unique personalities. Although Cloud and Gauthier are kind of simple in design, I do try to give them some personality through their, you know, their face or. Okay, that's kind of good. Okay, so maybe move her a little bit like that. Like this. Okay, let's see how she looks with. I don't need the other face, but I think I'm gonna black out the back like I did with the other panel. I thought that worked out pretty well. if not realistic, it at least helps to focus the action. So yeah, I think that's gonna work. What I'm gonna do, because I feel I might change my mind, so I'm just gonna mask her and just hard hide the part that are under the other lady here, like this. And then that it helps if you lower the opacity just to make out where those parts overlay. And then, you know, I just go back in and make sure that I didn't erase when I wasn't supposed to. Okay. Then I'm missing a piece here, so of her camisole, so let me just correct that. Erase that part. And now I'm gonna do the background. So the people in the background are gonna black out and focus this scene. So that's fairly easy to do. I just go in the bottom, just make maybe some hair thing. Just black out like that. It's gonna be all black, maybe a bit here. And just fill that with black. So here, for sure. Here, here, here. Here. Doesn't work. Here, here, here. Just take a pencil after, maybe. Let's see. This part here would be black. And just gives a bit more focused. I think that's good. And then the other panel, and that's another page done. Yeah. Oh, what is the notification? Oh, thank you, Jean-Philippe. Another long time friend here. I've known him since high school. Okay, time to start another page. This panel won't be too hard. So this is a panel from another chapter, and I'm just gonna reuse it, you know, and it makes sense in the context. So what I want to do is maybe just re-ink it at least, because it doesn't exactly match what I'm doing. So yeah, okay, this one. And then I have this thing that my friend David was kindly suggested, having a silhouette there, and I think it makes a whole lot of sense. And this silhouette here would be part of this panel here. So I'm just gonna move it in. It would be on top. And I need a caption. He's gonna speak, he's not gonna show that, so I need a caption. Where can I find a caption? I had a good one somewhere. Oh, he's speaking here, isn't he? I forgot. I removed that one here. And I'm gonna reuse it for my other panel. Copy. Paste. Let me see. Okay, just take the text here and copy it in the other. Here you go. Okay. I won't need this one. And that is drawing. I'll put it lower opacity because maybe just as a reference. I do like how he like pointed and tried to emote the scene. Okay, so just place that quickly. It's probably gonna move again, but just play around with the type a little bit. Probably, I don't know if I want a three lines or 2 lines. I think 2 works. I want to focus more on the image. There you go. Yeah. This top part will be very straightforward. I basically need to trace it. But it's fun to re-explore that drawing. See if I can ink it better. I don't think I've tried to draw a phallic symbol here, but apparently it's what I did. Hey, oh, subconscious. And you may ask me, why are you retracing that? Just use the original image. It's a good point. I could certainly do that. I think because I played with it a little bit, the size is not quite the same. I think it might show on print, maybe not on screen. And I don't want this kind of error on my book. In reality, it probably would be fine. I don't really want to take a chance. You know what? I'm gonna add a bit of detail here compared to the original drawing. Add some. Some small dents to the boot. Here. Make it a bit more interesting. I used to wear those kind of boots all the time when I was a teenager. Oh boy, it was hot. Didn't really bother me all that much, no? I don't know. I was wearing like black jeans and those boots all the time. You know, you gotta be cool, right? I'm gonna keep that bottom drawing as well. So when I actually color it, I have an idea of how it was. So the style of the coloring might change for this book. Something I've done for the chapter that's currently online, it's a little bit simpler. I think it works. Hopefully people don't freak out that I don't put in a million little lines. So I keep this kind of textured drawing for more impactful scenes. Another way, another device to create kind of impression or focus. I've been looking at a lot of Mignola stuff, and it's really gorgeous, and it's much more simple. So I've been thinking how I can maybe go more towards a kind of style like that. So I'm kind of, I kind of like Jeff Darrow's work a lot more now. All right, so this is would be. I'm just gonna draw a rectangle behind it. Oops. Okay, so needs to be a separate layer. I don't want like two straight lines. Maybe I should though. It's something I've been wondering. Maybe if I try to do a short story, it's gonna be I'm gonna make more use of those kind of things, like straight lines and these inside my drawing. I think my curved drawing is pretty solid. So I think it wouldn't look too bad to take advantage of those tools, but at the same time, you know, making the effort to draw the straight line does help me to be better. Just train my hand to draw straight, which is something that's also good. So I'm kind of in the fence about it. Maybe when I can draw a straight line without any effort. Let's see. Then I can go and use those tools. It's a little bit like perspective. Like if you don't know the rules and you're trying to use the perspective tools in Crypt, you might not understand how they work exactly. Oh, there's my coffee, and I'm over time actually. So yeah, so that was pretty much it for this morning. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. You know, I'm just gonna hang around the house and take care of the yard, rake some leaves, and that's about what I have planned for this weekend. With that being said, a big thank you to Jean-Philippe and Benoit and Bonhomme who bothered to give a like to this video. This, you know, it might seem like not much, but it does help a lot to promote this actually, because Facebook's little robots, they look, hey, this video has been liked, let's push it to more people. So the more people like it, the more people will see it, and that's how it works. A lot of people will never see this video because Facebook prioritizes this way. So big thanks for those people who bother to share, like, and all that good stuff. I love to hear what you say, so don't hesitate to give me some comments. Even bad. You know, I would like to hear if you think anything could be improved. I welcome criticism, especially if it's constructive. Like this week I got a thumbs down actually on YouTube, and I go, what? And I was, you know, scratching my head and trying to figure out what was the thing that triggered that. So I do appreciate when people actually do say if there's something that's bothering them. So just, you know, take a minute and say, it's too slow, I don't like that, and then I'll judge if it's something I can change. I'll certainly look into it. And that's about it. So don't forget to subscribe and check out my comic. There's a new page next Thursday. So and I think it's a pretty cool one. So I hope you will take a moment to go look at it. And with that being said, I'm gonna tune into my wonderful end screen that I took time to design, and that's about it. So I hope to see y'all next week, Saturday, 10:30. Bye bye.